oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I cannot wait to talk about this movie with you guys. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Leo Rydell here from Geekly Goods to talk about the movie 1917 and review that with you today. But before we dive in, be sure to subscribe, ding that bell, and hit like for more Geekly Good content straight to those notifications, guys. We talk about movies, TV, food, gonna do music very soon, video games, and so much more, guys. I am really hyped to talk about this, but one more thing, I wanted to call out our subscriber of the week. So be sure to comment in the video so you too can get in the subscriber of the week, everybody. But this week's subscriber is Ryan, and he commented on our complete Skywalker saga video, and he commented, "I love Star Wars, it's just so confusing." And I agree with you, Ryan. Star Wars is super confusing, but thank you so much for tuning in and for enjoying the content. And remember, be sure to comment down below to get your chance to be in the subscriber of the week video. Wow, let's jump into this, guys. 1917, I just want to start with the best thing I saw in this movie was the cinematography. I mean, this looks like it's one take. I mean, there are very few shots where you can tell that it's another take, to be completely honest with you. There's probably one obvious moment in the movie where you notice it's a different take, but other than that, it really feels like one continuous take the whole time, and we're following the characters over their shoulder almost the entire time. And you know, the camera is giving us these different angles, but the camera is moving with the characters, and it's just crazy to follow along through their journey in this way, because you see all the things behind them, in front of them, facing them. You see so many different details in the environment and world around you, and it's just very realistic. This feels like it was a war, because as the characters are walking through the movie, you see dead bodies, you see dead animals, you see abandoned supplies, you see abandoned warehouses. I mean, it's crazy to see this cinematography and this type of cinematography done so very well. And I gotta give it up to Sam Mendes and his cinematographer. Don't know off the top of my head who that is, but I am very happy with this cinematography. The look is so real and grounded, and it feels like you're in the movie following the characters the entire time, and I gotta give it to him for that. And I just also want to say that Sam Mendes definitely deserved the Golden Globe for Best Director, and this deserved Best Picture Drama, just for that cinematography and style alone, and for being able to have actors move emotions that will move smoothly with the camera. Like, I gotta give it to Mendes. That is very well deserved. Now, I want to move into the actors, because this is a very stacked cast. You got Dean Charles Chapman and Richard Madden, both from Game of Thrones, appearing in the movie. You've got Benedict Cumberbatch, you've got Mark Strong, you've got George McKay. I mean, you've just got so many people in this movie. I cannot believe what I just saw, guys. I'm still at awe. But the cast is stacked. The cinematography is absolutely beautiful. It's real. It's grounded. This feels like a war. The set design just gives us that feeling of a harsh, long, drawn-out war. I mean, like I was saying earlier, you see dead bodies. You even see corpses. You see decayed animals. You see so much, and you see this muddy water, and you know, we get to cross no man's land with our main characters, and you get to just see so much detail that feels so real and grounded. It doesn't feel fantasy like. It doesn't feel like a movie like a zombie apocalypse or something like that. No, this feels real. When I hear World War I movie, I think Paths of Glory, but this is even more up close and personal to a character, and to a group of characters that we get to know. And it's a journey from the beginning to end, thanks to that cinematography and the fantastic cast and the score. The score is phenomenal. I mean, Sam Mendes directed the hell out of this movie. We know him from American Beauty. We know him from Skyfall. I believe he wrote Spectre. I mean, we know him we know his style, and this is just a whole other level. Musically, the score is absolutely gorgeous. It fits the character's every movement. It's not only the score, but the sound design, hearing the different bullets. Every time you hear a bullet go off, your anxiety is raised to level 10 because you're following the character and you're just like, what the hell is gonna happen? There's a huge plot twist that I will not spoil that comes towards the beginning of the movie that I did not see coming whatsoever. I was absolutely shocked, and just it feels like every about 20-30 minutes we get like another huge actor in here. You know, you'll see Mark Strong, you'll see Benedict Cumberbatch, you'll see other characters and actors that are very familiar pop up, and you're like, what? He's in this movie too? I mean, it just keeps stacking up. The cast is just so stacked up, but the writing is absolutely gorgeous in this movie, to where the characters and their dialogue really guide this movie through. And not to mention, of course, compounded with that cinematography that just becomes a seamless journey. And it's just crazy how little it felt like they cut. I mean, it just felt like one take only. Like I said, it was one person following along the entire time, and I just gotta give it to Sam Mendes, the cast and crew. This is one of the best movies I've seen in years. It's unique, it's fresh, it feels so authentic, and it feels like World War I. It is a fantastic movie. The two main characters are played by George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman, and you just follow these characters through the movie, and you know, it sets a very realistic tone in the beginning that no one is safe. It's very Game of Thrones in that, you know, no one is safe. No one is... So every time a gunshot goes off, every time some kind of peril or trouble comes towards our characters, you get instantly worried for them. And the sound design mixes so well with that, because as soon as you hear a bullet, you're jumping, you're out of your seat, and it's just so emotionally gripping to be able to follow these characters like this. I don't want to say it's like Saving Private Ryan, but the emotional stakes and the emotional gripping is just like that. You get so attached to these characters that you're just... Your anxiety is telling you, please let them make it through. I'm not going to spoil too much, guys. I really want you all to go out and enjoy this movie. 1917 is a cinematic masterpiece. It is definitely one of the best films I have seen in years. It's real, the cinematography is gorgeous, and it's unique, and we get to follow the characters so closely. The score plays so well into the dynamics of these characters, and the cast is just so stacked up and full of people, but you really move with George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman. You move through the movie with George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman, and that's really it. You really get that really close look at those two, and you go from scene to scene to scene, and that's one thing that I love about this movie is the set design. We get to go in the trenches. We get to be in the trenches with these soldiers, and we follow them from the trenches into no man's land, into another territory, to an abandoned farm, back to the trenches. Like, you just go through so many different settings with these characters, and I gotta give it to everyone. Hats off. This is one of the best movies of 2019, if not the best, one of the best of the decade. I really gotta say, guys, you have to see this movie. You have to see it. Every single quality of this movie is absolutely phenomenal. And man, I gotta say, great work on the extras. I mean, I read somewhere that there was over 500 extras in one scene sometimes. I mean, it's crazy the amount of extras they needed, because this was a one-take movie, or at least it was built to look like that. Now, there were several takes, there were several different shots, but like I said, it's built to almost be like a one-take movie, and I want to say there was probably maybe about 5 or 6 takes, and it really looks like one. So this movie is absolutely fantastic. I'm going 9.5 out of 10 for 1917. This is one of the best movies I've seen in a good long time, everybody. So please go check out 1917. And if you already have, let me know what you thought down in the comments. And if you haven't yet, What are some of the things you're thinking about after seeing the trailers? How do you feel about the movie? Are you going to see it as soon as it comes out, or are you going to wait for Netflix? I am recommending that you go see this in theaters as soon as possible, everybody. But as always, be sure to like, subscribe, ding that bell to get those latest Geekly Good videos straight to your notifications so you can check out our content and you guys can come interact and be a part of the Geekly Good community, guys. And I cannot wait to talk more movies, more TVs, more games with you guys because it is a fabulous adventure with you all so far. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments and we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.